Hi everybody, welcome to this Expert Division Tailwinds only playthrough for the Slammania 2025 tournament here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please hit thumbs up, make sure you subscribed as well, both those help me out on YouTube and are totally free to do so. Full 9 holes of Wiseacre Ranch, and to help you with this tournament, considering the modifier, all the shots in this playthrough feature an element of tailwind. Remember to tweak according to your club's balls and play style. Good luck, here we go. I'm using the APOC 6 here, 6.9 topspin for this wind strength, setting up at top of plus 28 with the bullseye directly over the edge of the bunker. If you haven't got APOC 6, you can use Extra Mile level 9, set up at max power 5, again with the bullseye over the bunker, but bear in mind, of course, you need a perfect ball if you're using the Extra Mile due to lower accuracy. Max plus 10 power 5 settings, not pushing up in this wind strength. If you have lower wind, I would increase the topspin a little bit. Higher wind, reduce the topspin by a couple of clicks. You've got to judge for yourself. That's the issue with aggressive options. We're not pushing up though, because I want a slow needle, and I'm going with outer wall curl to the right. Important not to overdo the topspin. 440 yards. Successful drive though, you're going to be left with a very makeable end bringer here, between 40 and 50% on the slider. No spin method, but always check your club distance yourself. Playing normal end bringer rule here, 20% power 5. If you don't know the method, check out my quick fire tutorial on that subject matter on the Academy tutorial home page. So very nice wind angle. To summarise, I would go aggressively really. Obviously there's different routes, so if you want to try something else you can do, but in my opinion this one a very nice. Start with a basic ball and add 4 bars backspin, because we don't want to add any unwanted side. Then we switch to a Kingmaker or a Kingslayer, depending how you want to be accurate with the wind. If you want to keep it below 8, which would be advisable really, otherwise you may need more tweaks. So Kingmaker for me, blue ring touching the rough on the left and the right, as you can see there with the ball guide as shown. So rewind the video if you need those extra references. 1-to-1 plus 0.1. is the adjustment. So 7.8 in wind, I'm going to go 7.9 rings. Obviously with all of these par 3s, you will need to have a look at your wind angle, put some tweaks in if need be, and especially if you're sticking with a Kingmaker in higher wind, you might need to tweak this shot as well. But here is a very good starting point for you. In fact, it is a hole-in-one in this wind strength and wind angle. On to the third hole now, par 5. You don't have to use the ball that I'm using here. A Berserker will work nicely. The only reason I picked this one is because it gives me plus 3 over power stability. It's a no movement target shot, and you want 5.8 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Power 5 ball. So Berserker is going to work fine, but obviously this one gives me plus 3, so it's easy to hit perfect. If you've got one, you can use it. Max plus 10, power 5, and then we are going to push up with APOC 5 and above. I'm pushing up here a total of 11 yards. With APOC 4, you'd have to go another 7 yards. You'd have to go 18 yards up. Half a ball of curl to the left, full overpower. It will be a slower needle with APOC 5. You will have a shakier needle with APOC 4 because you'll be nearer max. But we go with half a ball curl to the left and hit perfect. So have the top of the white ring touching the pin. Look at the plus yards displayed. Plus 7 in my instance here. It's going to be 3 bars of backspin. So then add your spin and have a look at the ball guide here. Because we've got a tailwind angle, going to just leave it to the front edge of the cup. No need to go through the hole at all. So ball guide to the front edge of the cup. Plus 7 for the top white pin check is going to be 75% slider, 15% elevation. Most cases you are going to be pulling over the bullseye anyway with this wind strength with the wind 1. But in case you're using a different ball or you get a low wind, just make sure you pull it over the bullseye as well. So 75% slider for plus 7. Obviously, once again, 2% per yard. Hit perfect, and the backspin grabs very nicely, and we drop for an albatross. 1.8 backspin and 2 bars side spin to the left. And my reference here with the APOC 5 and 6, at power 5, max rest is the blue ring touching the rough. Different ring references if you've got APOC 7 and 8, of course. Max plus 10, power 5 settings. Then with APOC 5 and above, I'm going to push up. We're going to look at the plus yards now. We're at plus 1. I push up to plus 11. So it's a 10-yard push-up. With APOC 4, I would add on another 6 yards. So I'd go with a 17-yard push-up. With APOC 5, of course, you're going to get a lovely slow needle here. Ball and a half of curl to the left, hit perfect. Be a bit shaky with an APOC 4 because you're closer to max. But we bounce on the fairway very comfortably. Backspin grabs, and we're going to have a very easy end-bringer school shot there. Hole 5 is a touchy little shot. I've burnt a lot of edges here. Did get a drop though after a few attempts. We're going to go with 1.8 top spin, and we're going to go with 0.3 side spin to the right. And here we're looking at the plus yards with sniper 10. It's going to be at plus 10 yards, ball guide as shown. And you'll see there is the thinnest of amounts of the red ring outside the rough on the left. So just a tiny amount of the red ring outside the rough. Top of plus 10. Try and keep the wind below 8 miles per hour. I've not tested this in anything higher than that. We're making our adjustment is max plus 20, power 3 settings. But like I said, this is a bit of a touchy rough bump. Tough wind angle to drop this one. I'd rather have headwind, actually, or crosswind. Tailwind makes it a little bit tricky. Wind angle tweaks will be needed here, but thankfully we get this one in for a very nice hole-in-one. If you are with us as a free Patreon member, you will be sent out these companion sheets. We've got the general elevations for the holes used in the tournament and also our tournament note sheets. Divided into 9 segments, you can write in your elevations and adjustments as you go throughout the week. And if you want even more perks, you can join us as a paid member over there on our Patreon as well. Link in the description down below. So, power 3 and APOC. Kingmaker ball for me, 5.8 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right, and we're just going to leave the target where it is. No need to move to find our aim point. That's it right there. Then we're going to adjust maximum distance 10% elevation. So max plus 10 on this one. Make sure you've got the right club and ball preloaded before you enter the hole so you get the right NMT position. Then with my level of APOC 5 and above, going to push up. Now, APOC 5 and 6 have the same accuracy. So the push-up amount here for those club levels is going to be 2 rings. Slightly different if you've got APOC 7 and 8. Once you've done that push-up, I would, with the APOC 4, you're going to need to push up another 6 yards to compensate for the lack of distance on your driver. Max overpower, slow needle, and then we bounce over the rough very nicely, and the top spin takes us along. Second shot, I play with max plus 10 in the video, and unfortunately I missed this one. So my recommendation would be keep everything the same, but adjust max plus 5 instead. There are other routes on this hole. You can play more aggressively. You could go power 5, set up nearer the green if you wanted to. The choice is yours. This is just one option to consider. Spin as shown in the video, same with the ball guide as well. Pause it after you've rewound it. Have a look at my references there. Like I said, I go max plus 10 in the video. I would reduce that down to max plus 5 if I had this one over again. That would, I think, be a more suitable adjustment, but we'll see how we come in here. We bounced in that nice little dip in the fairway to try and get a consistent spot, just missing about 3/4 of a square. Please do join us over on Facebook. We have an ever-growing community of players there, over 16,000 members. Head over to Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and submit your member request there. Free to join. There are free guides posted, lots of shot sharing and discussion points. You can chat and interact with me as well, and loads more over on Facebook. So head over there and search for BK Golf Clash. We're going with 4.2 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the right. There is an aggressive option here. You can go over the rough on the right-hand side with a power 5 ball if you want to. I'm just going to show a little bit more of a free-to-play layup option, because not everybody wants to be doing the aggressive stuff. So just giving you a balanced selection of shots here. Red ring touching the rough with APOC 5 and 6. at +4, that will be at +10 with the APOC 4. Either look at the second bounce if you've got different club levels, or work out your different ring placements as well. Bear in mind, certain clubs have different accuracies. Half wall curl to the right after we've done max +10, and this has been a very consistent drive for me, bouncing nicely before the rough. Top spin takes us along the fairway without threatening the far side rough. True club distance, so we're going to look at plus yards and work out our slider from there. Blue ring touching the bunker, and then I'm adding spin as needed. It's going to be about 2.5, 3 backspin and a little bit of side spin. Get the ball guide pointing. Let's see if I give you a zoom in here, just finding a consistent spot there. So blue ring touching the bunker, then we're going to add our spin. Ball guide short of the hole. There you go, about 3 green squares short, and it looks plumb in line with the pin to me. True club distance, 0 elevation, power 2 settings. So +12 would be at max. We're doing 2.5% slider per yard, so this one is going to be 72% slider. 72% slider, 0 elevation, hit perfect, and we'll see how this one comes in. Might take a token or two to get a feel for this one. And we're dropping it very nicely for an eagle. Tough to get it from distance. Like I said, there's the aggressive route as well. Quite an awkward angle to play a rough bump here because you're going to adjust in and out of the bunker. So this is an option bouncing over on the right hand side with the sniper. Playing with the katana, but obviously an expert, you'll be using a kingmaker. And we're going to go with all of the left spin, so 3 left spin. And between 4 and 5 backspin, you'll have to vary it depending how much tailwind you've got. You can see here I'm using 4.5 backspin. Now you're going to have a fairly prominent second bounce there downhill to deal with. So here my reference is ball guide just going a little bit left of the cup, blue ring touching the rough at +1 with sniper 10, will be +3 with sniper 9. Adjust here is 1 to 1. And then we're going to centre the ball and hit perfect. Like I said, the rough bump is probably the best option, but in this wind angle it is awkward, and if you're not fancying the rough bump, there is a decent chance of dropping the hole in 1. Just coming in a bit hot in this example, bouncing over on the right hand side. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. I'm going with 6 top spin, or 5.8 if that's all you have, and then we're going 2 bars side spin to the left. Going to adjust max +10 on this one, so no move target apart from when you adjust your rings, of course. Max +10, power 3. For my club level here, APOC 8, it's going to be 7.7 rings. Then I'm going to do a bit of a pushing up thing here because we want to gain a bit more distance. So with APOC 8, I push up 2 rings. It's going to be about 1.8 rings with APOC 7, 1.6 rings with APOC 5 and 6. APOC 4, you need to push up another 6 yards in addition to that. Max overpower, and with the curl as shown, you're going to get a little bit slower needle with APOC 5 plus, less so with APOC 4. With the Grizzly, I'm going with 3 bars backspin, and then finding my position here, give you a zoom in there, ball guide around 1.5 green squares short of the pin, in line with the pin of course. We're going to go for a 442 yard drive. So this was from a different drive to what was shown in the video. I would recommend you go 60% slider, 10% elevation. That is Grizzly 9 numbers, regardless if you've got Grizzly 7 or 8. That is not the slider value I went with in the video, and you'll see why, because I missed it. So I'm giving you a tweak based on my knowledge and experience of the game and dialing in shots. The slider percentage on the notepad would be the correction or the adjustment that I would make based on the miss here. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.